Welcome to the Windy City Benders podcast, presented by Beer League Talk with your hosts, Nolly, Poetzy, Jarom, and Tanner.
Fuck off, Tanner.
I was just about to say, well, kind of. Welcome to episode 61, the nameless episode for now because
there's no Hawks 61s.
nobody's wears 61.
Stanley Cup 61.
Look at that.
Stanley Cup.
Okay. Stanley Cup from 1961. That's what this one's for. Like
it. And it's Stanley Cup Final.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
So, I mean, technically.
Like it.
Yeah, okay. I better write that down because I'm going to fucking forget that.
Yeah, you will. Thanks for joining into the Windy City Bender podcast presented by Beer League Talk. Along with you is Poets and Nolly.
Hi.
And Jarom.
How's it going, boys?
Not too bad. We are missing Tanner today.
You
Tanner
must be
is
upset
at
from,
a
my comments last episode.
Tanner's at a Chicago Dogs game.
Yeah, let's go Dogs.
Let's go hot dogs.
Yeah, Big Z.
Boy, talk about Big Z, huh? Holy cow.
He's always been a big boy. A big boy.
But yeah, we're down Tanner today, but we got the OG3 going at it anyway. Nolly, you and I just got back from Tennessee.
I am so glad you brought this up because I was looking for a way to bring up the video.
That was literally so much fun.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
It was a little heartbreaking seeing, you guys just having so much fun to purple without us, but it makes sense.
I always have fun listening to that song.
I'm not gonna say that my voice was in impeccable shape because it wasn't. But I got the high note. I crushed the high note on that one. I hit it good.
I hit every note. I was screaming my lungs out.
What was the reaction from everybody else at the wedding that probably had no idea what the hell was going on?
So, well, for the actual song, people just kind of hung around. They were still dancing. It wasn't like Dice's wedding where people were just like, okay, and then went to their seats. People were still like just hanging out and dancing and everything. But I freaked out. Nolly freaked out. I freaked out even though like I was the one that requested the song. Ange was freaking out, and then Kara came running in. Brian's sister who got married. Nolly's sister who got married.
Brian.
God damn it, Adam.
She came over because she was the one who had originally introduced the song to Nolly, like what, 10 years ago?
14 years ago.
Yeah,
Jesus
Jesus Christ. Yeah. So she came running over. She hates the song now because he plays it so much. But she came running over and we were all dancing to it and everything. And obviously Nolly and I took over the singing bits. But there's a point in the song, and we'll plug the video, where it gets pretty quiet. And Nolly takes over for the first bit of the song, or that verse. And I come over in the part where the guy belts and he says, "Start water purple for me now." And I turned as I was about to say now, and there was this woman there with her kid who might have been like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years old. And she didn't know what I was going to do. Oh, also total background on the story. I'm also wearing a kilt. So I spin really fast and I make eye contact with this woman, and she literally has this look on her face like, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen. And she like covered her kid's eyes. Like I was going to do something. I was like, what? Relax. But no, it was fun. It was a great time. And then we did a little hoedown thing, which was a good time.
Well,
yep.
Congrats to Kara and
Justin.
Yeah, I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats.
Kara and Justin. It was a beautiful wedding.
It was very nice.
Very nice. So, but we are back in Chi-Town now. Let's jump into a wee bit of Hawks talk.
Hawks.
Doc. Doc. New coach that just got hired. He's been around the block quite a lot. Mark Crawford. I was really surprised by this. Totally threw me off. Am I alone in that? Probably looks like I'm alone in that.
No, I was trying to type in Crawford, and I was nowhere near spelling it right.
Good. Okay.
Put the W at the end. It just was a mess.
Cafford.
Crawdaddy.
Crawdaddy. What did you guys think that this was kind of random as well? I mean, I'm fine with it. I kind of like it.
No, I like it a lot. It was really random considering everybody else on that staff is just so young.
I thought that staff was full too.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they needed another assistant.
No, because they let Granato go. And what's his face? Whoever the old guy was.
Bowman's guy.
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, I forgot he left.
Bowman Spy. He left.
I forgot about that.
A month ago in the season. So there's one spot left to fill. So now by my count, it's Colleton, Brookbank, and
Crawford.
Mark Crawford.
Right. No, there's one more.
Thomas Mitchell.
Yes.
Mitchell.
He was. So they're gonna have 4 coaches on the bench.
That's what I'm saying. I thought they had another coach.
He was hired like 3 weeks or so. Like that.
Anyway, it's an interesting move because obviously Crawford's been around for a while. He's been in. He won a cup with Colorado in '96. He's been in. I believe he was in Vancouver. Most recently, he took over for the Ottawa Senators organization. So,
yikes.
He's 556, 431, and 182. That's a lot of hockey.
That's a lot of hockey, and you know what?
Years.
It's good to have that kind of experience on the bench with a guy like Colleton, who this is going to be his first full year. You know,
and just like looking, he hasn't come out and said like what exactly he's been working on, but he has like hinted towards that he has been a big power play and PK guy.
That's what I heard too.
God help, he better be better than the fucking last couple we've had.
Definitely.
Well, I mean, power play did really well last year after December? Was killing it. So
it's always one or the other though.
Yeah.
One's always doing well and the other one's horrendous.
Penalty kill was an absolute disaster. So
no Nicholas Jarmelson.
See what happens?
There it is.
I'm not sure if you guys saw the coaches that Joel Quenneville hired as well for Florida.
I know I saw Kitchen.
Yeah, Mike Kitchen came back. Those two are pretty much inseparable.
Brunette.
Was
Andrew
he coaching
Brunette?
at all?
Kitch?
Yeah.
I
don't think so.
Last year or no?
Don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think he was. I think the Hawks were his last job. So
Andrew Brunette too, right?
Yeah, Andrew Brunette's coming in, which he's been with Q for a long time. And who's he? Sean Mathias or something like that. It was a former Panther, and Robbie Tallis is staying on as the goalie coach. So I was reading an article though with Q, and they asked him, they're like, so first they were like, well, what do you think your reception is going to be like when you go back to Chicago for the first time? And he was like, I'm so excited for that. I love that city. I love those fans. So I'm getting tickets to that game.
Oh,
I don't
hell
know what
yeah.
it is, but I'm getting tickets. And then they asked him, they're like, so with free agency coming up, there's some questions that need to be answered. And the main one is what's going on with Roberto Luongo. And Quenneville was just like, no comment at this time. So see ya, Bobby Lou. Nice to know ya. And hello, Sergey.
Oh, yikers.
So I gotta say, I wrote Matt.
I mean,
you want me to go ahead, Nolly?
Go ahead, Jack.
Okay, so
Jack.
Ross, who we've had on the show, he covers for the Panthers. he asked me to write what I thought that the Panthers should be doing, and I obviously everybody and their mom knows that they're going for Panarin and Bob, so I jokingly threw out the.
Hey, don't talk about my mom like that.
Yeah, you don't know what my mom says.
So I jokingly threw out the idea: why don't they, if they can't get Panarin, why not trade for Phil? Yeah, the people, Pittsburgh fans on Hockey Buzz, not a fan of that. I totally did not think. I'm going on record right now. Do not think that's possible. I do not think it's good. Florida does not have the pieces to trade for him. Just want to say that. Put that out there. I thought it was cool. It would be a cool idea to see Phil end up on not on your usual powerhouse team. That's all.
Well, how funny is it now that people hate you?
What? I'm used to it. So.
Yeah, that is funny. We kind of got off tangent there. Back to Hawks talk.
Yeah.
A source told Jay Zawaski of 670 The Score that the Hawks for the draft are leaning heavily towards Turcotte, which is interesting because that's not what it sounded like was going to happen.
Byram
3 weeks ago. Yeah.
So I don't know how to feel because I feel like Byram is going to be an unreal player, a great defender. Looks like he's good both ways. Really can put the puck in the net, but move the puck, but can also play very well defensively. But Turcotte, he's that hometown kid. Looks like he could be a goal scorer, could be a playmaker, could be like a mini Taves almost.
So
and
he's being compared to Taves. His NHL comparison is Jonathan Taves.
Yeah. So if they move Anisimov and they think Turcotte is ready, that would be unreal to throw him third line center.
That's a tough position to put that kid in, though.
How so?
Just because that's what the Hawks – that's literally one of the main things that the Hawks said that they were going to be looking for this offseason is a third-line center to, equal out that third line, right?
So, you bring in a young kid who's fresh into the league. You get him playing with a guy who he's basically compared to on your top line.
I'm just saying that's a big decision both for the organization and for him to say, you know what, instead of going out for a free agent who we know is good at this job, we're going to see how you handle it. It's just a chance, I think.
Yeah, but it also, you can look at it the other way and say that this team's so confident in me that they're moving this guy and they're not going to go out and get a free agent to take this spot. They're going to give it to me.
I think, though, that they would still need to go get a free agent. They would need to get a guy that can play third line, fourth line. So if he seems to be struggling and he needs to get moved down, that they can have someone to plug in his spot. I think that.
Well, they still need someone to play with Taves on that first line.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about center.
You got Kahuna and Kajula.
I'm talking about center wise though.
Oh yeah,
because if he's not feeling it, and they decide either to scratch him or something, then we're down to basically two centers. So I think regardless, they need to find a bottom six.
Yeah, but if you
center.
get him, you don't need to go out and get as highly touted of an asset, I guess.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Someone that can play, that would be good to play between the third and fourth line.
So here's my question then. What do you do with all the money that they have right now?
Well, the thing is, you are going to have to kind of save it.
Yeah, but there is a lot of money on the table right now.
I think you use some of that to try to move.
You obviously want to hold some of it for DeBrincat and for Strome.
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah, and taking a look down the road for guys like Yoki Haru and I'm totally blanking. What's his face out in Portland?
Gustafson's off. You're talking about Boquist.
Yeah.
But Gustafson's up after this year. He's got 1.2. That's what he's at. He's going to get a lot more than that. That's for damn sure.
Oh, especially if he plays as well as he did this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. It's interesting though. This draft is going to be very unpredictable, I think, in terms of, what teams, not just the Blackhawks, but just teams in general do with their draft picks, because there's a lot of players out there that are very good. This is one of the better drafts that we've had in a long time.
Not only that, but it's going to be a crazy offseason with moves, and we're going to talk about it, but like a lot of RFAs, a lot of UFAs, a lot of money that needs to be moved to make room for cap space for a lot of teams.
And people these teams have to take into account that they need to start getting the roster ready for the Seattle draft or the Seattle expansion draft too.
That's true.
Yeah, I heard that they were like they should be coming out soon with the name of the team and the logo and everything.
That's what I fucking forgot to put in the notes. God damn it!
I'm thinking.
I talked about it.
No, that's fine. I knew I forgot something.
I'm thinking that they're probably going to do that at the NHL awards.
Maybe, or at the draft even.
Yeah.
Well, no, because they're. I guess they could, because they're not. I don't know. I think the award show, it's going to happen. That makes sense.
Yeah. Normally they drop that kind of thing at the award show.
Well, maybe it won't fucking drop then. Did you ever think about that? What if it didn't?
Relax.
All right, sorry, birthday boy.
Literally, I've been so confused all day long. I've had so many people text me happy birthday today. It all started with Nolly for some weird, stupid reason. I'm still convinced you thought today was my birthday, and you just tried to save it.
Guess you'll
by
never
having
know.
everybody else text happy birthday.
Guess
And
you'll
then
never know.
about 8,000 pictures came in. Not a single one of them do I look remotely like a human being.
That was the greatest collection of pictures I think I've ever seen in the group chat.
It was ridiculous.
I got a lot of good pictures of you.
Very unfortunate.
Poets,
I need to start smiling more.
Poets, you need to just watch
like an asshole.
You just need to watch yourself when anybody whips out a phone.
I know.
Yeah, why don't you just take 3 to 4 off?
I'm trying. Let's go into Wolves talk. Ooh.
No! No, Wolves, no!
God damn it.
She can't. She doesn't know how to bark.
The Wolves
She just screams.
The Wolves, as we know, are in the Calder Cup Final. Calder Cup Final, the finals of the AHL,
Calder
whatever
Cup
the hell they're
Final.
called. Calder Cup.
Championships of the leagues that they play in.
Totally. They are playing the Charlotte Checkers. As of right now, they are heading into Game 4. Tonight on Thursday night. Actually, I haven't checked the score. I should check
I'm
that.
checking it right now.
You getting it now?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, we're getting it now.
Okay, cool. It's a 2-1 Checkers lead in the series. Wolves took Game 1 on the road.
Big win for the boys.
Big win. They were down 3-1.
3-1 after the first.
Yeah, 3-1 after the first. Came back, won it in overtime. Ended up dropping Game 2 by a score of 5-3, and then Game 3 they lost. I believe it was like 4 or 5-1.
Yeah,
So
they were missing they were missing their leading scorer for that game, McKenzie, because of a last minute fight or something. So he got an automatic game suspension.
what? A last minute suspension?
No, so he got in a fight with like less than a minute.
Oh,
So he got an automatic game.
okay.
Right
that's
now
stupid.
the Wolves are up 3-2 going into the third period.
Nice.
Hey, how about it? How about it?
How about it? Well, you know what? We're rooting for the Wolves at this game and every game, and especially at Game 5 because the Benders are going to be there.
Let's go.
We'll be doing that all night, baby.
Oh, yeah.
All night. Getting in the Checkers' heads. Get used to it.
We
Those
were there
bunch of
last year for a
jerks.
game and had a great time.
So much fun.
All thanks to Rossi, and once again, thanks to Rossi again. Because we're
Ross again.
I said thanks to Rossi
again. Thanks again, Ross.
Thanks to Rossi again because
Again, thank you, Ross. Again, Rossi, thanks again.
because he got us the tickets this time
again.
too.
Again, Ross got
Also.
us the tickets. Thank you.
In lieu of
Thanks, Ross.
all of.
No, his name's Ross,
Thanks,
not
Ross.
Lou.
Thanks, Ross.
Anyways, thanks again, Ross.
I'm gonna kill myself.
On your birthday?
I hate you.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks, Ross. So
Oh.
going into NHL talk.
Well, hey,
NHL talk.
let's
here
not go into
before we
the,
do NHL, let's do the ECHL real quick.
Oh yeah, you
We'll keep-
take
we'll
over
keep
this
minor
one
ho-
because
minor hockey.
I've
The
got
most
nothing.
ridiculous story in all of sports right now. Second, actually, but
Be
we're
nice
only
if we
getting.
could hear you.
You can't hear.
Freeze. That'd be good.
Yeah, am I freezing
There you
again?
go.
We're
We got you.
Are you sure?
back.
Are we
And
sure?
We're back frozen. Again. Thanks, Ross.
I don't know if I believe you anymore. So just go. I'm not talking the rest.
Just go.
What do you mean go? You got this whole story. This is you.
ECHL, Kelly Cup, dude. No, I'm going to.
He's frozen
It's
again.
frozen.
No, it's
Why
not.
are you mad at me?
All right, go. You're in. Go.
And now
It's
you're
fine.
good. ECHL, yeah.
ECHL Kelly Cup. So the Colorado Eagles, who are now in the AHL, or back-to-back Kelly Cup champions, were supposed to give the trophy back to the ECHL in December. Never did it, and I know I'm frozen again, aren't I?
Nope, you're good.
God damn it. So they're supposed to give the trophy back in December, and basically the Colorado Eagles said no. They,
Oh god.
what are you laughing at?
You're frozen.
It keeps freezing, and your
Every
face
time-
is literally in the worst position.
And every time it's I'm not frozen, right? And then all right, the Kelly
So oh my God, I fucking hate this.
It's funny. Just keep powering through it.
just keep trying. I swear you're not frozen.
So Colorado, basically the whole story is Colorado is not giving the title or the trophy back because the owner got fined, didn't agree with it. He wants his money back, and he's holding the trophy until he gets his money back. Kelly Cup or ECHL had to make a new trophy. They had to give it to the Newfoundland Growlers. So
Yeah,
the Growlers
go
have
Leafs.
a new trophy. They don't have the original. It's a whole blah 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 whatever. Okay, I'm totally like over this shit.
Done with this goddamn
Done.
story.
I'm so over this now.
Stupid fucking ECHL. So yeah, they joined into the AHL and they kept the trophy, and it's hilarious.
And they're Colorado's AHL affiliate now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
and nobody knows where the trophy is. It's
Nobody knows.
gone.
According to a player, somebody that used to play for the team who was on Spitting Chicklets this past week, he says that it's sitting in the owner's golf club, right in the window. So when
Right
you
in a
walk,
golf club, huh?
Yeah.
He just made it into a golf club.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Small trophy.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's made out of mostly wood. That's interesting.
Yeah.
and I'm done. I will see you. Just text me when you guys are done.
Would you freeze this time?
I don't know. Have fun editing this podcast, though. It's gonna suck for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I tried to. I put my finger on my phone and tried to use it as like the mouse pad. It's not. It's not a mouse.
That's not what that is.
Why isn't the mouse moving? What the hell? Sorry.
Did you see that Carlson was at the basketball game the other day?
Yeah, the hoops. The hoops.
The hoops.
Wasn't it the same
Somebody
day he
wasn't
had,
jumping around.
wasn't the same day he had
No,
surgery
I thought it was
too?
funny though because I saw a video where they set up something for like a post game or something like that, and he was walking across the court behind them, and then he had to turn around and go the opposite direction. It's
He
like,
stopped.
come on, like the guy's in crutches for Christ's sake. Let's point him in the right direction, please.
But yeah, so apparently he had his groin surgery, which
Mhm.
is what kind of made him not be able to turn properly throughout the playoffs.
Ouchie.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
But yeah, it was kind of interesting because I was thinking like, I guess he's still under contract with the Sharks for now, but like he's a UFA because he doesn't have a contract next year. So I think as of July 1st he'll be a UFA. But like, so did all the bills go to the Sharks then, like for his surgery?
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
like those people at Robert Morris who leave. Oh my God, that was incredible. Sorry, the game's on. Um, it's like those guys who are at Bobby Moe and they leave before they graduate, before they leave, they get a surgery because it's.
Hey,
free
I
night.
did that.
Yeah, I know, but you didn't like leave.
Yeah, I graduated.
Well, yeah, I know, but you didn't get the surgery and leave.
Yeah, I kind of did.
No, you didn't.
All right, whatever. People don't care about my surgery and my hips and stuff. They don't lie though, that's for sure. I could move on
Oh
the
my
dance floor
God.
still.
I was thinking about your ankle,
No, my hip.
your hip.
Yeah, and I got a lot of issues. All right, Poetzy? We all get
You
it.
got a lot of
right?
issues.
Jesus.
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 I was reading something on Twitter, and somebody said, "Well, it was stupid of him to get the surgery. Now he should have gotten it done during the playoffs because now who wants Eric Carlson?" I was like,
Everyone.
I would still take
everybody?
him.
Literally everyone.
"Yeah,
So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how much he's gonna make though, because I do think he lost a little bit of money playing that way. And it's not only that, but it's like he seems to be hurt a lot. And I know he fights through it a lot, but I mean, he can't be coming back 100% every time, you know, like after all these surgeries that he's been having. And they're like big time surgeries, like that Achilles. He had that broken foot for a long time that he played through when they went to the conference final. And now like this groin, like this is a major groin issue. Like, you know, it was bad. So, I mean, I think he lost a little bit of money in the way he played. Wasn't all that great, but I mean, he was still unbelievable considering. So I don't know. It's hard. And I don't know. Like he got exposed, I think, defensively, which I feel like a lot of people know he's more of an offensive guy, but I don't know. Teams that need him will pay him though.
He's making like
Yeah.
6.2 something, I think, right now.
Yeah, but he's looking to get like Dowdy into money, like 11 mil.
I think he's gonna probably end up with like 7.58.
No way. He wants more than that.
I think he's gonna
I
have
think
to
the
settle.
lowest he's gonna go was like 9.5, 10.
Yeah, right
could
around
see-
there.
I could
Especially
s-
depending on where he goes. If he goes to like a not like a no state income, like that type of place, he might go for less. But
The other thing too, I don't think he signs anything less than like 3 years. Maybe.
oh yeah,
Oh, no.
he wants
I think
absolutely.
he's gonna find somewhere to stay.
Jesus.
Well, did
So,
you hear the rumors where he's
some
going?
of the rumors are saying that his wife is from Ottawa and that she is homesick. So like they like San Jose a lot, but she's homesick and he wants to go back towards Ottawa, apparently. Maybe go back to Ottawa, or another rumor is Montreal, which is certainly interesting.
Imagine if he goes to the Leafs.
Don't toy with me like that. No, but like I think Montreal's definitely interesting because could you imagine a right side of Shea Weber, Eric Carlson, and Jeff Petrie? Like in front of like you oh my god, you put Weber and Carlson together in front of Carey Price. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You got Weber to cover for Price and Price to cover for Carlson, and Carlson to just go do whatever the hell he wants. Like that's
Carlson, you just go ahead, have fun.
I think if they get Carlson, Montreal's turnaround is a lot quicker than people think it is.
Do they even need to turn around anymore?
No,
I mean they missed the playoffs by like a point.
Yeah, they're like
true.
one
It's
or
true.
two pieces away from just being a legit contender.
And
Yeah.
that piece could be Carlson. The thing is, they have 11.7 in cap space. They have 4 RFAs, a UFA, and Carlson's going to want right around that much monies, that many monies.
They're gonna have to let somebody go.
So,
Yeah.
Also, Weber signed 7 more years.
Yep.
Yeah, because
That is unreal.
because it was a huge contract he signed because he got offer sheet by the Flyers
yeah.
for like 15 years or something like that.
That is stupid. 7.8 too.
What a steal!
Honestly, though, like that's not bad. But by the time the contract's done, he'll be 40. So
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
he could still be doing it by then. Who knows?
Do you guys think we see more offer sheets this offseason since it's gonna be kind of
There
crazy?
fucking better be. Or
I
it's
don't
like-
know. I don't know. It's just, I mean, there's so many guys that like feel like so many teams have so much that they have to pay attention to on their own team, and not a lot of teams have a bunch of their own first round picks to offer sheet people. And
That's
a lot
true.
of the guys that want to get offer sheeted are going to want that high end deal where you have to give up 4 first round picks. Like, I mean, you got just looking at a couple. You got Marner, obviously. You got Mikko Rantanen in Colorado, and then people are not talking about Patrick Laine, but Patrick Laine is an RFA this year, and people are not talking about him whatsoever. And I don't even know how much he's going to get because of the off year that he had.
Yeah,
But he
that'll be
didn't even
interesting
have-
because he had what, like 25 goals?
Yeah,
by,
and like
December?
17 of them were in December or something like
Yeah.
that. Like he had more than half of his goals in 1 month this year.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Jeremy, I don't know what this Toronto thing is. Trade request from Toronto.
Yeah, that's because I hit send before.
That's kind of what we were in. So like Patty Marleau.
Oh yes,
Patty Marleau and Nikita Zaitsev, which is huge for the Leafs. Getting both those guys off if they can, which sounds like they can. Nikita Zaitsev came out and said personal issues. He wants to get traded. So I think it's just he can't handle the market in there, especially as a D making 4.5 playing under his value, who signed for 5 more years. I think he just needs to go to like a low market place and he'll be fine. It's just too much heat for him here, which is huge for the Leafs if they can move him at 4.5, like I said. And then you got Patty Marleau, who apparently his family hasn't adjusted well to Toronto. He's already put his house on the market, which kind of doesn't make sense to me.
No, they already sold the house.
That, but at the same time, like him and Matthews and Marner are all very close.
Yeah.
So I feel like that'd be like I feel like his kids are like in love with those 2 guys. So it's like that's kind of a weird thing, but it might be just him being a guy's guy. But that also doesn't make sense to me because there's rumors that he might go to LA. And that makes 0 sense whatsoever to me.
They already sold his Toronto house, and his family's already moved back to San Jose.
Yeah, and I get that, and I get he wants to be close, but he has 1 year left. I don't know if he'll get a contract after this year. And I mean, a guy who doesn't have a cup, really going to go to a team that's old, like literally the oldest team in the league, are going to go there and just waste a year, I guess.
Go to Arizona.
I mean, that is the other rumor, and that one makes a lot more sense to me on both ends than LA. LA, it's just literally just a cap dump for the Leafs. But I mean, if he goes to Arizona, he has a shot. But I don't know. And can you imagine? I wonder how Sharks fans would feel if like he showed up in a Kings jersey next year.
Oh yeah, that was my first thing when I saw that rumor.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of.
Sharks fans are gonna freak the hell out.
Yeah, what the hell are they gonna do? Do you think anyone will buy Kings jerseys? Fuck no.
No, that's interesting, and it's a good point too. With all the storylines with Marleau and Matthews and
Marner,
yeah. The fact that all 3 of them got along so well, and like you were saying, his kids got along with all the both of them so well. So I mean, it's interesting that the family wasn't adjusting well.
That's what it's like. I kind of get you. I mean, you were in San Jose for a long time, so I mean, I kind of get that. But it's the second year, and like you said, like they've gotten along so well. I don't know. It's kind of weird to me, but at the same time, I think it's kind of him more like they need me to move, and my family isn't 100% still okay living here, so I'm fine with moving. I don't know.
I don't know.
It helps the Leafs out, that's for sure, though. I mean, you move.
Yeah, maybe that's his thought on it. Maybe he's thinking, hey, this is probably going to help the Leafs out. I'll leave. They'll get to get some money, or at least some space, and I'll have my family closer to where we live.
Yeah, I mean, you move those two guys, you have almost 11 million in cap space plus the 8 million you already have.
Yeah.
So yeah,
definitely resign.
Not to jump back and forth or anything, but
flip flopper.
Talking about him selling his house reminded me. Alex DeBrincat bought a place.
Oh yeah,
for like 1.75 million or something like that.
How are you?
So Guy hasn't even gotten his first real NHL contract yet, and he's buying a place for 1.75.
I'll say he's.
I think he's staying in Chicago.
I think so.
Another rumored trade is your boy Phil. What was it? They rumored had like a trade pretty much with Minnesota, and he said no because they're not a contender. Fuck off, Bruce. But no, he pretty much said he would only get traded to Arizona. He wouldn't mind staying in Pittsburgh, but he would want to go to Arizona, which is kind of perfect for Arizona.
That's huge for them because how long have they just been the ass wipe of the NHL?
Yeah, it's hard to get guys to go down there. When they do go down there, they have to overpay like big time. Yeah. But I mean, and honestly, like he would be a really good fit down there. Like, can you imagine him and like Clayton Keller, like Vinny Hinostroza together, just feeding Phil up the wing? That'd be unreal.
The only jersey I would buy quicker than a Phil Kessel Blackhawk jersey would be a Phil Kessel third Coyote jersey.
The Kachina? Yeah.
Oh, God.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think the other thing too with Phil is he'd probably do well in a market to where he's the guy again.
Not only that, or like just a market where it's not huge. Like Pittsburgh, they have a pretty big market. Toronto, where he's been, was a huge market. Boston is a big market. Like going to like not that big of a market where the billing's not sold out necessarily every game, that could be huge for him too. He seems like a low key kind of guy.
You put Kessel in the building, they're going to sell out.
Well, good news for him is Pavel Datsyuk is not coming to the Arizona Coyotes next year. So
yeah.
After rumors of Datsyuk saying that he's not staying overseas, he's coming to the NHL unless he signs with one specific team. He signed with a different team.
Well,
all right.
You got
Magic Man does it again.
You got to kind of be, if you're a Detroit fan, you got to kind of feel good about that, just because it kind of shows that Stevie Y is committed to
the rebuild.
Yeah, the rebuild going young.
Take notes, Stan.
I don't know but speaking of Stan, I don't know if you guys saw Panarin's Instagram post.
Oh God,
of him in a boxing ring out in Russia, and the comment or the status said, "P. Kane, I'm coming for you." So
it was all Russian and just
I don't know if that means hey, we're gonna drop the mitts this year.
Honest to
or
God,
I'm coming back. Like I don't know, or I'm coming for you point wise. I don't know. There's plenty of ways this can go.
I swear to God, he's just gonna troll everybody this offseason because
he's going to sign in the KHL. That's what he's doing. He's just trolling everybody. He's signing in the KHL. He's going to play with Pavel.
He's hanging out with Kucherov in Tampa, working out with Vasilevsky in Tampa, putting posts up for Patrick Kane, and
hanging out with Bobrovsky every night. Like
he's literally, it's just a big troll job.
Oh yeah, and he was trolling Blue Jackets fans. Like he's, I don't know, man.
He's just having fun with it, I think.
Yeah, and he's the one guy I think I have no idea where. Like nobody knows where he's going. Like there's no rumors, nothing. Like everybody that's like open for business this year, like you have an idea where they're gonna go. You have no clue where he's going.
He's that stereotypical like foreign guy, like you don't understand him, and so he just kind of like shakes his head, smiles.
Just like okay,
smile and nod, just
yeah.
Yes, yes, okay, yes,
yes. Oh, okay, I see.
Yes.
Vodka.
Trade
yes.
me right fucking now.
Yeah.
Sorry. Keep going.
Okay. Oh, so you were saying something and it froze. Never mind.
Were you frozen?
No, but my ice cream is now frozen.
No, it's probably melted.
No, I put it back in the fridge. Let's go into the final because it has been a humdinger.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
All right.
It's actually been a really, really good final, despite
except for game 3.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, that was a bit of a shit show.
It's shit stowing on the oven. It's stowing there. Shit on my stove.
Still a little drunk from the Nashville weekend.
From your birthday, huh?
God damn it. No, it's a 2-2 series in Boston right now for Game 5. And to be quite honest with you, I thought for sure Boston was going to end up taking this thing and running with it, especially after Game 3. St. Louis was not having it in Game 4 at all. So
they are so fucking good off of losses. Like, they are just so good. I think Bennington have like one loss after a loss, like back to back or whatever it is. Like,
and that was against like the Jets earlier.
Yeah, like he bounces back, and every time that the 2 games that they have lost, Berube has been like, we'll come back better, and they have come back better every time. And I mean, yeah, they had that blowout in Game 3, and I feel like everybody was like, all right, the Bruins are finally feeling it. I mean, that first line finally started scoring some goals, but I mean, the Blues have been better. I mean, they've been keeping that first line off the score sheet. I mean, other than Game 3, I think they have 1 point. Like, that's brutal. And they're supposed to be the perfect line. Fuck yourself. Fuck yourself calling yourself the perfect line. You guys fucking blow. But I mean, they've run into a lot of injuries. I feel like the Bruins every year run into the most injuries out of any team for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's always them though.
Because they're running around like a bunch of idiots.
Yeah. They run around with a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. Yeah, no, that's fair though. They are just assholes all the time.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, Chara ended up playing this game. I thought they should have just said, 1, he sucks. 2, he's injured. He sucks more. Like, he's not going to be useful out there. He hasn't really done too much.
I think it's more of an emotional thing. Keeping him on for like emotional support, which in some ways, I guess you got to throw him on the ice every now and again, maybe for like an offensive zone faceoff or something like that. But
yeah,
if I was, what's his face? Bruce Cassidy, I probably would have told him, listen, you're going to see limited ice. You're literally here for emotional support because you are our captain, and I respect the hell out of you for having a busted up draw to where you can't even talk. He had to write down his answers in a press conference today on a piece of paper.
Isn't it wired shut?
What?
It's wired shut, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Is it wired shut?
I don't know.
I don't know. Honestly.
It's a broken jaw, so I'm pretty sure it's wired.
It looked like he was moving his mouth for the national anthem, so I don't know if it's.
Well, yeah, he's gonna probably try to, because I mean, you can still move your lips and stuff.
I mean, obviously, huge ovation for him when they announced the starting lineup, and when he took that puck to the jaw, he came back and stayed on the bench the rest of the game. I don't think he got a shift after that.
He didn't.
And I was sitting there, I was like, well, what the fuck? Like, why is he on the bench? But then they showed like intermission, like not intermission, on a commercial break. He came out, got on the ice, and was hitting people on the pads, like getting them fired up. And I was like, all right, well, that's why he's the captain. Like that's why he's on the bench. And like that was really cool.
He's a great leader. I mean,
yeah, that was a really cool thing for him to do, and for NBC to catch that and show that, like, I mean, people say you can't pay a guy because they're a locker room guy. You need to pay for the on ice performance, but those intangibles are huge, man. 100%. They are huge. It's kind of like looking back at 2013? Taze was off his rocker, and Seabrook went and yelled at him in the penalty box, told him to calm down, and so that Taze went on a tear, and the Hawks ended up winning the cup. It's just like those are things you can't teach either.
No, it's that in the moment stuff that just kind of changes everything.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, not only that, I mean, Char's hurt, was Grizzlick. He's out. And that Game 3, Sundqvist was suspended. Dunn was out. So, I mean, that was huge for the Blues. They got both of them back in Game 4. And they obviously, Sundqvist is – everybody made fun of Sundqvist because he was the Blues quote-unquote Stanley Cup winner, but he was like a fourth-line guy for Pittsburgh one of the years. But, I mean, pretty fucking good as a fourth-line guy in St. Louis. So,
yeah. First shift of the game for Zdeno Chara today gets thrown on his ass. I think that's the other thing too, is you have to take a look at how he's playing. And if I see first shift of the game, he's tossed on his ass and gave the puck up at the defensive zone blue line, I'm probably thinking, all right, I'm done with this,
Yeah. And then, I mean, he got kind of ragdolled again a little bit too, and went into the bench. So I mean, that couldn't have felt good whether he had a broken jaw or not. So.
Right. I don't know, but St. Louis has a chance here. to take this back home, up 3-2.
Yeah, and honestly, going into the game, I was really thinking St. Louis has got. I really think that they got this one. I think they're going to win in St. Louis. I don't think you're going back to Boston for Game 7. I still think it's Blues in 6.
Interesting. I don't know. I mean, I still don't have a pulse on this series. I mean, everything has changed so quickly.
Every game.
I mean, every game it's something different.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, it's so back and forth. Like the Blues will dominate, and then the Bruins will dominate, and then like you really just you can't read any game at all. You're right.
No.
Has there ever been a series like this where it's like the reaction changes so drastically after each game?
I mean, I don't know. I think 2015 it was kind of hard when the Hawks against Tampa, just because both those teams were so talented. And
actually,
every Hawks game, I don't think they're gonna win in the play. Well, I'm hoping they're gonna win, but like I have that doubt just because you never know as an actual fan. But like when it's not your team, you're like, all right, no, they definitely are gonna win this. Like you could tell, but yeah, I don't know.
That not the final, the Stanley Cup final in 2015, but the round before that against Anaheim. That one, I was one of the only ones that I truly did not know who was going to win between the Hawks and whoever they were playing. Like that was the one where I was like, oh my God, I really don't. This is a coin flip.
Yeah. And I mean, most of those series against the Kings too.
Yeah. Well, except 2013.
Yeah. Well, Kaner, how are you with the heartbreaker?
Snack on it.
Yeah.
No, that's a good question though. I mean, there really hasn't been any other, usually you can get a pulse at this point, Game 5 as to who's got the momentum, who's going to probably come out on top. It's been a long time since it's been something so close like this.
Yeah, it really has. But like I said, I really, the Blues have kind of been all over the Bruins this game. A lot of chances. I mean, they're only up 1-0, but I really think, I think it's the Blues in this one.
I think you need to put your glasses on.
Well, I mean, I can see what's going on. I just but yeah, no, it's sadly a very good series.
Sadly, it's a very good series and close to being over.
Thank the Lord.
I know. I was going to ask you a question about, but now I've been distracted because Jarom left. That threw me for.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I got kicked. So everything you guys
do
said.
The chickens have large talons?
I don't know. Do they come before the egg?
Was that your question?
No.
Do the talons come before the egg?
No, chickens.
Talon.
What comes first, chicken or the egg?
Dale Talon?
Dale Talon.
You call him Dale Talon a chicken or an egg? How did we get here?
Interesting question. It's an interesting question.
Know.
No.
Yeah, think about it.
Stop making fun of me on my birthday.
Yeah, all right. Don't want to.
Oh, now you want to admit it.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, you only want to. Where the hell are you?
What?
I see him.
I don't see you. Oh, you're right there.
Yeah, he's right there. Idiot.
Oh. Literally, it went away.
I know. I got kicked. So this is gonna be really fucking fun to edit today.
Yeah. Have fun. Yeah. At least it's only 9:00 right now.
Yeah.
Hey, at least it's not your birthday,
I know, that would suck.
I know, my birthday's almost over.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think that's enough of this one. I think we're done. Do you guys have anything left?
What a hoot.
Happy
What
birthday.
a hoot, huh?
Happy birthday, Poets. Go Wolves.
Huh?
I said happy birthday, Poets. Go Wolves.
Hey, thanks.
So, super soft birthday number 1. Next month it'll be number 2.
Number 2. I'm very nervous. I feel like something. I walked home today because Vito was like, "Well, I hope you enjoy your night tonight." Wink, wink. And I was like, what is going on? I literally I thought I was gonna walk home and you guys were gonna be in the apartment with just a bunch of Smirnoffs. I was like, God,
so good.
Well,
nope,
would have been pissed.
You'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Well, I guess I will.
The countdown is on.
All right. Well, for Poets, Nolly, Jarom, and Tanner, who's probably in the bag right now at a Chicago Dogs game.
Let's go, hot dogs.
Bam, bam, ba-na-na.
Big Z.
Oh boy, I didn't like that.
All right,
That was bad. Hey, whoa, hey.
Follow the boys on Twitter at WCBPodcast, on Instagram at WCBPodcast, and like them on Facebook, the Windy City Benders Podcast.